From the preceding it appears that God knows himself first and only through himself. For it is the only thing first and by itself known by the intellect whose species it understands. For the operation of the form, which is the principle of operation, is proportionate. But what God understands is nothing other than his own essence, as has been proved. Therefore, the understanding from the first and by itself is nothing other than itself. Still, it is impossible at the same time to understand many things first and by themselves, for one operation cannot be terminated at the same time by many. But God sometimes understands himself, as has been proved. If therefore he understands something else, as if he understood it first and by himself, it is necessary that his understanding be changed from the consideration of himself to the consideration of that. But that is the more ignoble. Thus, therefore, the divine understanding is changed for the worse. That is impossible. Further, the operations of the intellect are distinguished according to the objects. Therefore, if God understands himself and something other than himself as the main object, he will have several intellectual operations. Therefore, either its own essence will be divided into several parts, or it will have some intellectual operation which is not its own substance, both of which have been shown to be impossible. It remains, therefore, that nothing is known by God as first and understood by itself, except his own essence. Again, the understanding, insofar as it is different from its understanding, is in power with respect to it. If, therefore, something else is understood by God first and by himself, it follows that he is in power with respect to something else. This is impossible, as is clear from what has been said. In addition, the intellect is the perfection of the intelligent, for according to this the intellect is perfect, that which actually understands, which indeed is due to the fact that it is one with that which is understood. If then something other than God is first understood by him, his perfection will be something else and the more noble. That is impossible. Further, intelligent knowledge is integrated from many understandings. If, therefore, there are many things known by God as if they were known principally and by themselves, it follows that the knowledge of God is composed of many things, and so either the divine essence will be composed, or knowledge will be an accident to God. It is clear from what has been said that both of these are impossible. It remains, then, that what is first and per se understood by God is nothing else than its own substance. Still, intellectual activity has its appearance and nobility according to what it is in itself and first understood, since this is its object. If then God were to understand something other than himself, as if he had understood it through himself and first, his intellectual activity would have a species and nobility according to what is different from himself. Now this is impossible, since its own operation is its essence, as has been shown. Therefore it is impossible that the understanding from God first and by itself should be different from him.